Grüezi and welcome back to Humankind, where today we're going to be expanding a little bit more and try to make most fame out of our new culture here, the Carthaginians. So, our, let's say, short-term goals probably are trying to take over the Medes here, and also the Sus guys over here, which will potentially lead to a lot of conflict then with whoever Orange is, and I think the black guys are probably also not too far. Those guys who are pretty much the biggest contenders of mine. But actually having a base on their continent might be a good place to start military operations from. So one thing I didn't mention last time with administrators is that an unadministered city doesn't have the ability to produce units. So our next administrator, we will have to save for the city or a city on this continent. Otherwise, we will have a very bad time. And since we're making a lot of money, we should also be able to buy out some of those units, even though the buyout reduction does not apply to units themselves. Which is fair. I mean, it's mostly for getting the economy up and running, which is very important as well. So there's not much more to do in this turn, so let's just continue. An empire has chosen the Babylonians. And population gain. That must have been the black ones because they just had more stars before, if I remember correctly. Also, somebody's trading some of our resources again, meaning more money for us. Nice. Can we connect those already? I think we can. Should we first build another outpost? We've waited pretty long with this one. We might as well go for it. How expensive is this going to be? Like 50? 40? And here we need 180. You know what? Let's do that next turn and then we can always go back to making that happen. Okay, so let's just continue along the coast here, I guess. We are, after all, investing already in them. We can do some more, I think. We are now leading because the others have only done very little, or very slowly, let's say. Also, those guys really hate us, it looks like. How are they? They distrust us very much. But they're still peaceful. That's weird, because those guys certainly aren't. Unless they... Oh, they are violent. Maybe that's why. Are they not violent over here? Yeah, they're peaceful. That's probably why. I don't quite know what that has an influence on. They just will attack people on sight, but otherwise... Yeah. Is this counted as a city though? I mean, it's not outlined in full white, it's still like striped. So probably not. Okay, let's see. So in this turn, outpost time. And philosophy. Nice. That would have been an administrator if I remember correctly. So yeah, let's do this. For sure, and then I guess you guys can come back over here, because if we're gonna have a fight, it's gonna be over here. Oh, now it's a city. Look, now the borders have filled out. So, do we have enough influence? Just not quite. Okay, but we do have an administrator. I think this city already is administered. But yeah, once we get a hold of this city, of which we are now the patron, I guess it would be considered. Yeah, that would mean we can get the city and we'll put the administrator there. So then, next turn we can attach the outpost, certainly that one, and potentially also... Where is it? Here. I mean, this one still has to be built first anyway. What is going on here?
This proposal respects
free trade.
your
Yes,
people
please.
and mine.
Can I buy your dye now? I can still not.
Gladly.
Because they are buying it from somewhere.
What heartening news.
You bought everything of that. And you're not a... what's it called? You're actually also a monetary one. Is that just something that I can do? No. Can you be repurchased? But I don't have much money, so maybe it's just simply that I'm too poor. Definitely I should invest some money here, which is the reason why I'm poor. Right, the ship has to continue on its travels. There is purple, which we have also not found yet. Finally, we haven't actually discovered orange, guys, which I guess is not too bad. That means we can kind of sneak out this city from under them. We just need to be ready to invest a lot of money there and start building up very quickly. I think I should probably save on money for exactly that purpose, because it can become quite dangerous there. Population in Harappa, nice. And another trade deal. More money for us. Don't do food. Food bad. Do money and science. We're actually close to being full in the city, after which I don't know what is gonna happen. I guess we'll just have to pump out districts. Also, we'll have to find a way to control our stability. You still have things to build, actually only one thing to build. We should also get started on science districts, because it has slowed down already, and I don't want to get caught in a position where we can't really afford tax anymore. You would be good adjacent to Maker's Quarter. So maybe that was a bad placement then. Do we have any Maker's Quarters? Up here. Oof. I can't possibly take that many things away just for some science. I mean, I can possibly just build more Maker's Quarters, right? Yeah, I can probably put a Maker's Quarter right here. Play around the horses a little bit. And then maybe do same things over there. Like, this would be nice. And then have another science quarter up there. Yeah, that looks nice. Let's see here. We can go into their territory as long as they didn't discover us yet, which I don't know when it is gonna happen. Oh well. Also, we are close to getting another tenant for our religion. Or the first one, potentially. I'm not even sure. Yes, the first one. It is also attachment time. So first of all, you guys get attached. Perfect. And we need all that industry we can get for now. You're still abundant, right? Yeah. And I think that might even be enough here. Oh, it's not even done yet. Anyway, now we can do that. To Mohenjo-Daro. There we go. Now we have access to the sea here as well, and we will be able to make some nice ports. We'll do this one first, and the second one right after here. We can even do one in the center, but this is not going to give us all that much. So yeah, we'll look what we get after that. Also, we have a new era star already. For what did we get that? Oh, districts. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, for now it seems like things like the influence, science, and even to some extent the population, this just runs on its own. You don't really have to even invest in that. It just happens. Districts in the same direction. Expansion depends heavily on how you play. If you invest a lot on probably like small cities and not attach a lot of things, also going the military route will yield you more expansion stars, but I don't see this strategy as working very well. This will go hand in hand though with the military stars. As for now, money, I actually don't know. It seems to be rather difficult to make a lot of money, We do make 127, but that means that's gonna take quite some turns for a single star. And again, you know, for a science star, we need like 3 or 4 tags. That's super easy. Alright, a new teaching. So that is the first tenet we can put. And since we're kind of wide a little bit, but still connected to a lot of things, I think stability on territories under a religion's influence might be a good thing, because we might have some problem with stability to come. Science on territories under religion's influence, or money, or influence. I mean, this could be good going with our Carthaginians, because, I mean, we have a lot of territories. This would give us potentially, like, we have, I think, at least 8, if not more, territories. That would be 80 money. That's like 2/5 of what we have right now. Or 3/5 even. No, 3/5. Let's check that quickly. How many territories do we have? 10. So we would get 100 out of that, so even more. You know what? That might actually be worth it more than the stability. Our stability is currently not all that bad. We have 80% global stability. So maybe not Steel Knot, but Skew Gluttony. The same would go for Science. This would be a huge Science boost. But then again, I think Science is not that difficult to come by. Maybe money is the way to go. Influence would help with expansion, though I don't think we have too many problems with that. We should not expand too quickly anyway, because we'll not have the administrators for it. Then this is for the followers. Right now we will have 40 followers. So this is generally lower as of right now. Probably better in the long run, I would suppose. But man, this is a really good bonus. Science or money? I think I'm gonna go for money. I have used Steel Knot in the past, and since we have high stability, I don't think it's necessary. Also, we can change the religion here. I think we're just gonna let it be Harappan Shamanism there. Choose. And now, yeah, it was 100 money. Come on, you can't say no to that, really. Also, 100 science would be, I think, more than we had, right? Yeah, oh god, that would have been so good. But then again, I mean, science is very limited by how much you can actually make use of it in a given time. Since, you know, we can't really pass this border without advancing an era, and we'll need to be able to make enough era stars. And since we are actually focusing on science districts, I think we are gonna push our science along the way just fine.
Blades in the water.
Can I say hello to you guys? I kind of want to know who you are. There's also, what's that? Is that another orange? You guys are weird. Also with an event. The only game in town. Word has come to you that the annual festival in Harappa has added a foot race to the revelries. The short race is most popular among the worshippers and has given you an idea. During this time of peace, there is danger that the Empire's armies will lose their edge. This single race could be expanded into a series of games where rival cities and fighting units send athletes to compete against each other for the prestige. What types of games do you wish to promote, though? So we can make strength games for homeland ideologies, which makes our units 7 stronger for 10 turns. That is a very big combat strength, but it is only for 10 turns. That means it's going to be over. So unless we're going to war right now, it's pointless. Stamina is, I think, the opposite to homeland for like world ideology. Will make our units faster. And then we have also Mind, which is also something we're already investing in, which gives us 10 science for 10 turns. You know, that's 100 science. I think we should not give up on that. 100 science, yeah. That's basically 2 turns worth. I mean, this is something we profit either way. Both of those might actually not be useful for us unless we go to war. So I think that's the right decision here. Army, move. They're basically there. Let's let them wait here. They can wait here. I should also think about getting some proper military units, because as of right now we are pretty weak. We can actually compare that here. Okay, they say they are much less powerful than we are. What about the green ones? Also less powerful. Okay, that's fine. Might not apply to those guys though. How is this coming along? Okay, so like in 2 turns we might be able to assimilate them. That's nice. We will need a lot of influence for that though, right? 40. Okay, that's actually not that much. Oh! Oh no, wait. I got confused. Never mind. Yeah, also 40 here. That's alright. I'm really happy how our civics are progressing along. Hydrology. We will need to build a lot of things here. Also, we got an era star and population in Harappa. And I think somewhere else. Ooh, we also have a new holy site to build. Is there like a nice little place where we could put that? Actually, let's make this the holy center up here. That's gonna be nice. You know what? I think everybody should work on that. 3 turns, that's gonna be done quite soon. And the ship has a need for orders. That's yellow, that's not orange, right? That's a different empire. So black is still close to me, but it looks like also my allies, the purple ones, or not purple, lila, they are picking up pace now. Maybe through our help, because they don't actually have so much territory. They have one city, 2 cities, and one of those cities with an additional territory. It's really not much. Also, have a look here. It seems to be glitching out. In this corner over here. Funny. Sorry, I got distracted by that. Let's see here. Right, basically we're just waiting for the things to be built and influence to rack up right now. And of course, we're still exploring. It's really weird that we haven't found anybody yet. Ooh, there's the end of the coastal water. I wonder whether we can make this somewhere else then. We'll see. Because I don't want to lose this ship. It's good for exploration. Again, a population in Harappa. And standing army has been researched. We can now exploit iron. That's great. Another era star, and Empire 6 feels different about us.
This
Wasn't that
proposal
Empire...
respects
Wait, what?
your people and mine.
So you want border policy. I don't know what that does, but I think it's nice to just be allied with them to the end. So... Who is Empire 6? Nobody's Empire 6. I wonder what that was. So we have a unit that needs orders. Let's just go here. Oh, that is something. We can totally stay here for the turn. Also, our sciences are progressing really well. Let's just check this one for a second. We can actually assimilate them now for 100. It was 40 before. What changed? Okay, this is ours. We're totally gonna just assign a administrator here. And I would suppose, I don't see much here, but I do want a scout unit to see the lands here a bit. So instead of bringing one over, which I'm not even sure I can yet, I want to buy a unit here. And this is going to cost us 1 unit of population, but I think it's going to be worth it in the long run. Population. So a runner would be nice. It's going to be a 15 strength unit, 5 speed, or a horse that's slightly stronger, slightly faster. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for this one. We will not have the Discoverer bonus, but at least it's gonna be a faster unit. 55, that's nothing. You know what? I want it to be not dying immediately. So, now that we've killed our entire populations in the city, not killed, but conscripted, let's say. Production, poor. Food, plentiful. That's alright for now. We can boost that with another region. We should focus on production, though. Don't really have that many options. Does this give us production? It actually does, so probably we should do that. It gives us food and production even. Yeah, we'll see about the other one afterwards. Yeah, after that we can explore a bit and get more regions. We will need another administrator for this city though. Do they give us resources or something? Doesn't look like. They don't have any exploited resources, that's why. I guess this system is a bit weaker than in any of the Endless games or also Civilization. Since in Civilization they always spawned with something, but they also spawned at the beginning of the game and they are kind of roaming, I guess. So yeah. We will be able to buy them as well next turn, and it doesn't really matter if they are a bit weaker, I guess. That said, they should probably also get a secondary region just for boosts. Do we have units up here? Those guys can come down here and eventually claim it. We're gonna be practically owner of this whole continent, with a few exceptions. I still want this resource though. You know what? Maybe we can become better friends with the brown guys. If they want to. We actually can't. Resolve the demands. Gives you Harappa. What? Why? I already own Harappa. What the hell? Let's withdraw that.
I retract the demands, okay?
I am most grateful.
They
You
want
should
trade
listen to
luxuries.
this.
Let's do that. I want dye.
I like you. I agree.
This
Oh,
is
that's interesting.
fantastic.
I can choose whether
Fantastic.
land or ship route. Let's go land. It's cheaper. And lead. Also on land. They also have horses, but I'm not really interested in that. What does dye actually do again? That is not something that makes it more useful the more you have, so I think one is just enough. Something like obsidian, I want as many as possible. Same goes for... honestly, also saffron. And also coffee, look at that. +6 food per farmers. Yeah, and also lead would be very great. Maybe I can get friendly with them and expand there, because I don't think, I mean, I don't need to take it over, I can just buy it at this stage. Alright, I wanted to look at technologies for now. So, definitely I want this. This allows us to transport units. Combat strength for units adjacent to the district. Oh, this also upgrades our levies to citizens. What else do we have? Theater, library. Not all that interesting. War elephants though, that might be nice. Let's get ourselves war elephants. Also, I need copper from somebody. How did you not get the copper done yet? Guys, Nubia, please. You don't have copper, right? The system where you can just buy resources is, I think, very well done, because you don't need to litter the playfield with resources in order to make a game even. And it does also not like a very strong competition over it, but it does probably prevent you from like being too hostile with others, because I mean, of course, I can just take over lands where I own, where there are those resources. But then again, I think being peaceful is actually more useful. The green guys also have lead. But again, I think we have problems with those guys. Do we? They're just suspicious. Okay. Nothing interesting then. Okay, so let's continue here. Population gain in Mohenjo-Daro and in Lothal. And army lost at sea. No worries, they're gonna be just fine. Okay, here I don't see anything more, so maybe let's we can't put them back into OpenSea because that means they will die. I will skip this turn here and continue afterwards. So, okay, the scouts are ready. Let's see here. Is there anything of interest? We can actually make an outpost here if we have the influence.
Come over here.
There is copper over there. Let's see which lands might be useful for making a city. This is very productive focused, so food is gonna be difficult here. This is potentially a very good spot. Let's actually go there. Oh, finally. The Maya, that's a black player, I think. Yep. So, you guys want a non-aggression pact? Sure. You are benevolent, careful, trusting. That sounds like somebody I'm very invested in. Peace and love.
Truly, I have not felt this good in
And a
long
banker. You know what?
time.
You're gonna be our new bestest of friends. And you will probably start hating me once I settle here. Ooh, what's that? Gemstone. Stability on all cities. Grants extra resources from tiles producing the corresponding resource. What is the corresponding resource? Probably money and production? I don't quite know. But yeah, I would like to get this region and potentially also the copper, just because then I would not need to buy it and have to rely on somebody to actually do the tech for it. Okay, we have the Descendant of Kings. A filthy, wretched man has come to your empire, claiming to be a descendant of one of the ancient rulers of Sus. Without fear, in front of your whole court, he boldly tells you that his people are owed great restitution for the grave offenses you carried out against his ancestors. However, he is willing to forgo this redress on condition you fulfill a divine prophecy and let him lead Sus. He promises that fulfilling the prophecy will see riches come to the city. Deny him, and he promises to bring war or famine to your empire. What is your choice? He seems to be, talking big for just a filthy, wretched man. Then again, I don't know how much into the divine Amplitude goes here, so we can just have faster movement and go towards collectivism, which I don't really want to. We can get some money in science and go towards world. It's also not really what I want to. We can belittle him. Which makes our people happy. But this has actually unexpected consequences, so definitely not that. I don't know. Where are we invested currently? We are not really invested in either of those, but we do want to go not for world, so we should go. I guess it doesn't really matter if we go for collectivism a little, so let's do that. Let's do redress. We still have the city. That's the most important thing in my opinion. Okay, so yeah, we were gonna be building somewhere down here. Next turn, actually, we have a lot of influence per turn all of a sudden. Oh, look, the Syrians actually got this territory now. Interesting. We need to calculate. We need 220 for an outpost and 100 here, so we need 320. They will take... How fast they're growing? Potentially they will not make it next turn, right? So I will be able to... Or the turn after next turn. So I should be able to buy it right then. Because I think claiming the region might be more important. Then again, I don't have an administrator for this one anyway. So if I lose it, it's not all that bad. Yeah, let's see here. Operation gain in Harappa. Trade expedition and new wonder can be claimed. Nice. I'm totally not gonna do that. And I found some of these guys. I will have a look at that just in a moment here. Let's see here. 7, 11, 6. pretty sure I can't really top that, right? That's a lot of production. Yeah, I think that's a good place here. Let's do that. Okay, we have also discovered incense. Money per incense. Okay. Not bad, not bad. So this will complete fairly quickly. Alright, let's now look at the new neighbors here. Orange guys,
Here
you
is
want
a proposal to get your heart racing.
military accords. You're adaptive. Change when needed. Open and vindictive. Okay. Charmer. Wow, that's strong. Stability on all cities. Host. More influence for people under patronage. And stubborn. Keep the first culture for the whole game. That's why I've seen them always take the Babylonians. Alright, let's accept that. I
like
don't
you.
think you're gonna be an enemy of mine.
This is cause for celebration.
Perfect. So those guys also need to continue. Okay, we found more place to stay safe here, but we will have to stay one turn in the place here. A battle is on their way. Who are those? Just some bandits, I guess. If we can, we should go on this mountain. Then again, actually we can go on this mountain, perhaps. Oh, this is dangerous. This is very dangerous. They will run over here on the mountain and attack us really bad. Okay, we will lose this unit. I don't think we have... Although we can now go here, right? Yeah. Wow, that was close. And now here... What, Are you crazy? Just walk there. And now you attack those guys. Yeah, that was really close. I almost lost this unit. 81% health lost. Where was that even? Okay, that must have been those guys. You were on the way... Wait, what's happening? I don't remember what I did. Okay, you go there, clear this redoubt, and we should probably attach this city. Oh, that one was made for this Hagatina blah 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 guys. So yeah, next turn I'm gonna buy those without enough money. You know that we don't need money, we need influence. So yeah, then we can combine those guys together. That's just fine. So yeah, you cleared this here, and then you need some health. And a city needs to build something. What the hell is that sign? Naval unit spawn. Okay, I can change that. That's alright. There's an island over there. You know what? I think that might be cause for an exploration. Oh, not ceremonies. I need a ship. It's gonna cost us a population unit, but that's fine. We have a lot of production here. Do we need stability? I think you would benefit from that. Rivers, yes. Food on river, definitely. Actually, not that important. Money on harbor. We do have a harbor. Actually, two. So yes, please. Influence, yes, please. Maker's quarter. We don't have a maker's quarter. We have one. Let's do that as well. It's just one turn. We definitely have a lot of mountain and rocky fields and stones. Industry in the river. Definitely also palisades. And we do have two of those quarters. We should also make a... Yeah, we have one money quarter. Okay. Money on main plaza, why not? Stability on garrison. Science per population. Wow, that's strong. Okay, I think that's enough for now. You guys. You're still busy. So next turn, I want to be quick and try to buy those out as quickly as possible. Not that something stupid happens. Okay, perfect. And next turn we can also attach the outpost there. Army lost at sea. Ransack successful. Culture chosen classical. Persians? Who was that? I don't quite see which ones those are. I guess if you know the symbols of the different empires, you will be able to know which ones are which. Also population. Lots of population every turn, it seems like. Oh, culture star. Probably from this one then, from populations. I think we're gonna get quite some in this era. Also, one more territory and we have another expansion star, which is gonna happen pretty soon because I'm gonna do that right here. Alright, let's go up here and look what's there. I'm surprised there's still so many unclaimed territories.
Let's go. Understood.
Oh, those horses are so fast. Oh wait, it's claimed. Never mind then. From the Goths. Okay, maybe I should not trespass in their lands then. They might not like that. Okay, we have units that don't do anything. So you go back home and heal, please. Maybe let's go here.
We go.
Safer. Then we have our exploration ship that will go here to see what kind of island that is. Potentially another small one like we saw on the other side. Oh, and this ship arrived.
Yes, sir.
There is some tundra here. Ooh, pearls. Interesting. Also, again, white lands. We do have money, so let's as well invest it. There, 20, that's 5 turns. That's nice. We're gonna get another city, and it's gonna be totally not administered. But it will give us pearls, so that's nice. You just heal. Oh, sleep until heal is not implemented yet. That's alright. Okay, so we need to build things here. This is only sustenance. But we can put that to plentiful at least. Nice. So, I guess pushing food would not be a terrible idea, and also that's usually easiest with those, because it also gives production. I think we should put more even. 7, 6, 4. You know what? This exploits all fields, all tiles around, so probably this makes more sense then. Doesn't really make a difference though. After that, we should probably do some river stuff. Food on river and harbor, money on harbor makes sense. Do we have woods? Woodland, stone field, forest. Forest. I think we have a lot of forests here, so let's also get this one. We do have stone fields and mountains. Industry River, you'll have a lot to build. That's usually what I do with new cities in a later stage of a game. I just spam their thing there. Okay, we can't do that. We can actually do that yet. To Hakmatana. Okay, next turn then. We're making so much influence. It is crazy. Okay, so that's combined. We found another empire. Also, Era Star, trade, Era Star, population, and grievance. Wow, they attacked us. And they're weaker, so I'm totally gonna kick their butts. So yeah, you are the Celts, and you are traitorous, impulsive, hateful. Basically, you are my enemy. My worst enemy, right? No, I will not want that, especially since you just attacked me.
You're teasing me, huh?
You idiot. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. They have, what do they have? A spearman. Okay, not great. They are basically a stronger unit. We just have the advantage of more units. They have the high ground, as it looks like, but we can just retreat here. How big is the battle arena? Not terribly big. I mean, if we stand here, we should have a chance, right? They will go first. There we go. Ouch. Oh god, that was not a good idea. I can potentially try to flank those guys. Yeah, I can potentially like run all the way here and attack them from the top, but it's still gonna be bad. Well, there go our horses. Yeah, there's no way we survive this. We can try to get out of their view somehow, because I don't think they can see each other right now. We can try doing the same... Let's go there. They might still see me. Where are they going? Yeah, okay. Bye, horses. We can just, like, run away now. They don't see me. They're moving? Okay, they move there. That means I can just move further away from them. But they will definitely get there, right? Yeah. Goodbye. That was 2 populations wasted. I mean, we did get that, so, and it is still, I guess, still useful. But man, that hurt. You guys, mean. Okay, exploration ship, you do your thing. Actually, we might need to go the other side, because... Okay, here. Still some safety. Also, we have an event. The Walking Wounded. During the recent brutal battle, many soldiers sustained horrific, life-changing injuries before returning to Lothal. Hey, nobody returned. Everybody's dead. For some, their whole character was changed, becoming aggressive, demented, or unable to bear others' presence. Sounds like me. Others suffer physical wounds, some forced to use crutches or carts to move around. Among the citizens, fear mixes with admiration as they spy them on the streets. Your lead will be vital. How do you welcome your crippled soldiers? I can glorify them, which gives stability, or I can exploit them for less upkeep cost. No, less build cost for military units. You know, I want to go towards Homeland here, so maybe let's exploit them. Not very nice to do of the war heroes, but yeah. Since nobody survived that, I'm just gonna go for that. Also, we have a unit that doesn't do anything. Oh! We even have a curiosity up there. This is already on the way. Okay. Oh, northern end of the map. Alright. We have still not met the yellow guys, right? So it seems like the orange guys here and the black ones are pretty peaceful. So the only problems then is over here is the purple and potentially the yellow. I don't know yet. We will see. But yeah, so far it goes pretty well. I think we should use some of the money again to build some certain things. Since, yeah, we haven't really done that in a while. Let's push our new cities. First of all, I want this pushed. This is actually what I wanted to do. I don't know why I'm not doing it. So, basically on every coast here, right? It makes sense. Buy out. And it seems that it gets more expensive the more often you do it. Also, we have steel here. Anything else to exploit? Doesn't look like, although we don't see this last tile there. So, how is the food? It is abundance, and it is very greatly abundance. So we don't need more food for now. Production is pretty low, so maybe we can do something about that. This is just +5. This is not all that great, but we can just explore more in this direction with Maker Supporters, and then maybe do the science just above it, like here. I think that's quite nice. Yeah, and then probably also some of these, right? Food on the river. We don't have too many rivers just now. But we do have harbors, so food on harbor is gonna make sense. Money on harbor, money on plaza. No forests here whatsoever. Rocky fields, that's dry grass everywhere. Stone field, stone field, stone field. We do have a little bit of stone fields. Let's get that. The other one is industry and river and worker slots, not that important, but palisades are going to be very important over here. Stability, potentially not quite yet. Science and population is going to be useful, but also not quite yet. So yeah, let's buy some more things here. I can already go to a new era. Interesting. Not really interested in that just yet. We still have money, so let's buy some more things. Yeah, I think that's fine, and now we can spend some of their money over in this one here. This is going to be less useful in the long run, since it's unadministered, but still. We now have a food abundance even, without it being administered. That's crazy. Yeah, totally nice. I tell you, these harbors are OP. So crazily good. Okay, so next turn. I should have probably bought some of these things a bit earlier, but oh well. Culture chosen, Axumite and Huns. Ooh, I do not want to have the Huns anywhere close to me. I think the green ones are the Huns, right? A horse is likely a Hun. Okay, so do they have horses? I don't see them having horses, but they might as well have. We're not trading with you, I'm trading with the brown ones, right? But then again, I don't think we need to really box them in further. So maybe we just can now also become more peaceful towards them. He says as he's being a coward. So yeah, let's do a non-aggression pact, right? Let's go towards peace. Also, we have something there that I've never seen before. Let's see what that is. Population and osmosis event. Benefits from its proximity to others. I don't know what that is. Okay, that's an event. All right. The language of bureaucracy. With multiple cultures and peoples, the empire finds itself linguistically fragmented. Some in far-flung regions complain that their concerns and grievances cannot be fully understood by their distant masters. Administration from the capital is difficult when some regions speak out languages. Should we force all administrators across the land to speak the common tongue? Yes, because homeland. Mostly. And gives me some money as well. Prosperous even. I don't know whether this will have any further consequences, but we'll see. Also, those guys want something.
This arrangement.
Information sharing. Sure, you can have everything that I own. Then we have a unit that is not doing anything, so we want to go here and see whether we can advance. Okay, there is a coast, so we can go to deep water for one turn, right? It's gonna be alright. And there's a cliff, so I can't even see the coast. The other one is up here, so we're definitely gonna grab the curiosity and then continue in this direction. How far are we along here? Who is that? That's the yellow guys that are basically all the way influential. When did that happen? Weird. That's like basically in one turn. Also, what is that? People require my attention. What is that? Exchanges between the people of this city and its neighbor has led your population to demand changes concerning army composition. They want authority. Interesting. I guess it's to do with that, yeah. Cultural influences. I guess I'm pretty weak right now over here. That could potentially be a problem. The problem is if I do that, then I'll have problems over here. So, no. That means they probably have now a grievance against us. much are we producing? 8, and they have, I guess, more. There's 10 coming from there. I don't even know how much was coming from the south. Yeah, we need to be careful here. We need to make influence here as quickly as possible. Let's get that. And then see how it continues. Population in Lothal and world lead locked. Don't care. Civics point, nice. And then army lost at sea, that's fine. I can fix that. Ooh, a wonder. Lake Hillier. Or Hillier, if it's French. Oh, look at that pink lake. How sweet. Apart from that, not that great of a region, honestly.
And heat.
That's a lot of wonders in this area.
Blades in the water.
We have still not met those guys. But that sounds like Greek, maybe? Question mark? Oh, now we found them. And I cannot go there because that would cause me to go to war, or what? So the ship is now just locked there, or what? Alright, you are Olmecs, actually. Interesting. And you want a military accord. You're traitorous, extrovert, and vindictive. And you are a hipster. Okay. Traitorous. They will not hesitate to break treaties. You know what? I mean, that's technically not all that bad yet. So let's just see whether we can be friends with those guys. Also, they totally bought those. So I would like to get a treaty where I can buy pearls, at least one. No, actually more. I want as many as we can of pearls. Because that's more money per trader. No, I don't want to declare war. So this ship is now just lost, I guess. Lost in space and time. We need more populations here, because I do need some army here. And preferably a strong unit, like maybe elephants? Do I have those already? I think not. Oh, but I'm researching them right now. But I do need more copper. Please? Guys? Copper? Anybody? Why does nobody have copper? They have more dye, though. Oh, they bought everything, apart from one. What does dye do again? Do I see any dye? This is dye, right? Not all that useful. Lead is more useful, so maybe we can trade with the Assyrians. Take some more lead. Over land, yes. Thank you. Mighty fine of you. So you guys, I don't think I can even trade with you yet. And you only have dye, that's not interesting. I need copper really, really bad. What's that? Tea. Percentage of food per tea. Interesting. Babylon, do you have copper? No copper. Oh, we probably can't even trade it anyway. Also only tea. Copper is a real bottleneck. Sad that I didn't get that. Can I force them to build that? I mean, I guess I can explore the lands of those guys if they give me permission to do so. But yeah, really not much copper around here. As I said before, I think the concept of not having too many around is great, but that they don't focus on getting copper is beyond me, because this is science, this is food, this is money. This is exploitation potential around it, so I really don't understand that. And this is such an early tech, right? They should be there by now. They're actually second now, interesting. They changed the culture, what are they now? Axomites, okay. So yeah, that's a big issue for me here. I mean, I will buy it the second they get it, but until then, no war elephants, I guess. Aerostar. We are not even focusing on it, and we just get them. Another one. Nice. We should actually check how far along we are there. We can actually also pick another culture already. So, technology, potentially fairly soon. Anything else? Potentially not that quickly. How much are we doing per turn here? That's like 4 turns maybe? 5 turns. I think we can still stay here for a second as well. Like, there's nobody else even close to beating me. So as long as we have stuff to research, I think we're gonna stay in this culture and get some more fame. Industry per worker, that sounds fine. Researcher slot, also quite nice. Outpost at the assimilation is cheaper. I don't think that's really that important anymore. 5 stability, sure. That's potentially a like repeatable unit slot. Not all that important. Relocate capital. Oh, administrator. Yes, please. Let's actually focus that. Can we also do that with? Yeah, it is like in Endless Space 2 where we can alt-click it to make it first in the queue. So in 7 turns we get a new administrator that we can put in Hakmatana here, which is nice. So you can just continue here. We unfortunately cannot go on land. That's an interesting area. And you can still not move, right? I can't even make them to sentry. That's a bit annoying, but oh well. We also have money and we have the potential to build buy a wonder. And I think since I don't see any opportunities to spend influence in the next few turns, I think I'm totally gonna do that. Let's get ourselves a wonder. So whenever you have enough influence, you can claim a wonder, and once claimed, nobody else can build it. So there's not gonna be a problem like, oh, just I invested so much in building it and now somebody else took it. You claim it before that. And a lot of others have done this before. That's mostly because I was just spending all my influence on expansion, so not all that bad. We can choose between Statue of Zeus, money per alliance, not that bad, and a lot of stability, of course. And Colossus of Rhodes. Militia are not lost over time during sieges. Not all that interesting to me, honestly. I think I'm gonna go for this one, just gonna have at least an influence on me. So claim. And we should probably also build that somewhere, potentially in our capital region. We can put it next to the to the thing here, but I think I'm gonna do it in a different place. It is, I think, also gonna exploit all the resources, so maybe on a resource that's shared, like here maybe? Or a high shared resource, like, or something that I'm not controlling yet. That would be even smarter. That is also not too close to enemies. There is no such thing. Let's get this one. And I think everybody should be focusing on that has at least some populations. So with that, we should be able to get there quite quickly. Yeah, that looks fine. Harappa has a lot of people already. Can we do something to optimize that? Money is full, science is now also full. Yeah, nice. And we can also build something here. Oh, the iron. Why have I not built that yet? I guess I never saw that there was iron there. Alright, let's continue here. A culture was chosen, also classical with the Mauritanians. A lot of populations everywhere. And osmosis event again here. They want customary laws. I don't think so, guys. No thanks. This lowers the stability, right? Defiant, I guess it is. Yeah. How is our culture doing now? So they have 4 plus 10, that's 14 from purple. And potentially less from orange because they have less influence. We need to make more influence in this region here. Is there a possibility to do so? We need more influence. Give me influence. I can make more stability. That might also not be too bad. Let's just buy that. Why not? Anything else that I can buy out? I should probably buy some walls. I want the city to be secure. At least make it difficult for them. I can get more stability, but then again, I don't think it's going to be necessary. Money and Plaza can be useful. Science per population eventually, yeah. Not right now. I would like to have some more production, so maybe we should get a Maker's Quarter out here. All the way down here. Wow, look at that place. 20. I mean, we will be able to combine this whole row. So yeah, that one, and then science just here. And another science just right there. We will not be able to do that yet, but we can just queue this up, right? A whole connection. Alright, units need to do something. You sail along in this archipelago, and you can still not do anything. How unfortunate for you. Alright, I think that's it for today, guys. Yeah, we have made quite some progress. We have a good foothold here in the area with two friendly neighbors, actually, and a potentially very, very bad neighbor here with the Goths in the north. Of course, always those Norsemen, those bad boys. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Come back next time to see how we will continue here to make our potentially army, I guess, to defend our city, because this is right now very weak. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.